Faceless Shambler. 4 mana 1/1 taunt, battle cry, copy of friendly minions, attack and health. Faceless Manipulator, but it doesn't copy like exactly the minion, it just copies the stats. So if you have like this Rattle minion on the board, it probably will not be as good. You can still get the 5/5 stats from Sylvanas or 4/5 from Cairn, which is not bad for 4 mana, but it's situational. It will give it a taunt too. I guess if you play Molten Giant, you can just use Faceless Shambler on it, and you can always just like play another Molten Giant. It won't have a taunt, but you can just taunt it with Sun Fury, right? Maybe one in Handlock, if Handlock will return. Decks with Giants, this card can be decent, because you can just... Sometimes Giant don't die immediately. Sometimes Twilight Drake doesn't die immediately. You already have a lot of 4 drops and 4 mana spells as a Handlock. It's still questionable, but maybe might happen that Faceless Shambler will see play. Maybe just one, so... 4 mana, 2/3 Infested Tauren, Taunt, Destroy Summon and 2/2 Slime. Kill it, it gets a 2/2 stats, so stats wise it's kind of a Yeti, but it's separate, which is much worse. It has a taunt, Slime doesn't have a taunt. It's a Death Rattle Soul, so if you play N'Zoth deck, you can get Infested Tauren from N'Zoth. And it's quite good, I think, because when you play N'Zoth, you'll probably sometimes be in a situation when you can't die, or you're dead on the board. But you need to play N'Zoth because it's a win condition. And it's your way to win the game if you need to recover from being behind on the board. So if you played Infested Tauren before, you can probably get it from N'Zoth. So maybe in N'Zoth deck it can be played, but I really doubt, because as a minion it's quite bad. In Arena it's probably decent, like I would probably rate it as a 4/4 minion. Same as Ogre Magi. Yeah, not great. Xaril, Poisoned Mind, Battlecry and Death Rattle added a random Toxin card to your hand. Okay, so Blood Sisal Toxin. 1 mana, return a friendly minion to your hand, it costs 2 less, so basically 1 mana more expensive Shadow Step. Briarthorn Toxin, 1 mana, give a minion +3 attack. So it's basically Blessing of Might. 1 mana, Fade Leaf Toxin, give a friendly minion stealth until your next turn. So it's basically Finicky Clockfield, and it only works for 1 turn. 1 mana Fire Bloom Toxin, deal 2 damage, so it's basically Holy Smite or Arcane Shot. King's Blood Toxin, 1 mana, draw a card. So it's basically cycle a card, spend 1 mana. So we get like a card which is not great, or strictly worse version of a good card. I mean, Blood Scythe Toxin isn't like exciting. Like Shadow Step you don't normally play, and this card is even more expensive than Shadow Step. Blessing of Might I guess I don't mind to have in my deck. Blood Leaf Toxin, give a stealth, I guess you can use it with Auctioneer. Bloom Toxin, deal 2 damage, it's pretty good. And draw a card, 1 mana. Right, so let's take a look at this card. Like, you play 4 mana, you get 3/2 stats. 4 mana 3/2 is a weak 2-drop. You get it for 4 mana, you get 2 Toxin cards. You can play them with Auctioneer. If you get King's Blood Toxin, you draw a card. Let's say on average you get King's Blood Toxin, so you get to draw 3 cards for 4 mana. So it's not bad, right? It's actually pretty good. Like a prep sprint. And it's even not the best card. If you get card which does 2 damage, it's probably even better than drawing a card spending mana. It's like a backstep basically. I think it's good for Auctioneer deck for sure. If you get Stealth spare part, you can like conceal something big and then go face with it, or conceal Auctioneer. Give minion +3 attack, you kinda won't face damage too. I think it's a good card for Auctioneer Rogue. Yeah, I think only for Auctioneer Rogue. And in Arena, I think this card is decent. I would probably pick other legendaries over it, because you lose tempo while you play it. And Arena is a lot about tempo. Yeah, just for Auctioneer. It's good in Auctioneer deck, not in any other one. Infest, give your minions Death Rattle, add a random beast to your hand. That seems awful. For Arena terrible, for Constructed. There's no cards like Hunted Creeper anymore, so you play Infest. You need to have a board, you need to have a bunch of minions, and then it doesn't do anything, it just draws you a bunch of cards. So in order to justify it, you need to have these 2 minions, then you get a random beast. which is probably not great. Yeah, just bad. 3 mana spawn of N'Zoth, that's why it'll give you minions +1/+1. If you run a bunch of small minions, you can just sacrifice this on next turn and buff everything for +1/+1. Problem is your opponent gets a turn to trade into it if he wants, while you don't have many minions on the board. For arena is apparently terrible. For constructed, maybe 1 in zoo is possible. 3 mana 3/3 paladin card, Steward of Darkshire. Steward of Darkshire. Whenever you summon a 1 health minion, give a divine shield. Wait. That's cancer. That's cancer. Don't! That's cancer! Don't do it, Blizzard. Why do you print such cards? That's cancer! I can't stand it. I already hate it. You can put 2 cards, not even a legendary. It's so cheap. Abusive Sergeants. Leper Gnomes. Please, mercy. Yeah, it's good for Boladin. If Divine Favor will not be nerfed, it's bad. I don't like this card, damn it. It brings too much cancer to the game. Definitely playable in Aggro Paladin. You can use Southside Deckhand with it, for example. Leper Gnomes, Abusive Sergeant. Good enough. Mark of Xaril. Give a minion +2/+2 if it's a beast, draw a card. 2 mana spell for a druid. This card is crazy. You can buff your Druid of the Claw. You can buff your beasts if you run beasts. And it draws you a card afterwards. If you run a bunch of beasts in deck, I think it's crazy good. Just a average card if you use it as a buff. Almost Mark of Nature. And you get to draw a card if you buff a beast. Yeah, it's really a good card. We'll not see it in play if you only run Druid of the Claw, I think. Because then probably 2 beasts isn't enough to justify playing this card. But if you play like 4 beasts, then it's already good. So yeah, good card. Tentacle of N'Zoth, deal 1 damage to all minions. I think it's good. It's interesting. Not exactly what you want to see, I guess, but it can do stuff. If it happens that meta is full of cards like Divine Shields and 1/1s, 1/2/1s, then it's really good. Like mage can use it as an explosive ship. As a mage you can play it on 1 as a 1-drop and it trades with 3/2s. You kind of can use hero power to trade with shielded minibot. I guess we will not see any more shielded minibots in standard. Any 2/3 minion you can trade your tentacle into and then use hero power as a mage. You'll probably see it in play, but probably not too. I mean, it's not something you really want to put in deck. It's not something you're sure about it's correct to put in deck. So, not sure about this one, but it's a cool card to see.
This video is brought to you by G2A.com.